Imagine your mind as a city. Neuroscience calls it neural integration. All the roads, alleys, highways connecting different neighbourhoods. Psychology calls it shadow work. Visiting the sketchy districts you avoid. Immunology calls it tolerance. Your immune police learning not to start civil wars. System theory calls it homeostasis. Traffic lights and water pipes keeping the city balanced. Spirituality calls it oneness. Realizing the whole city is you. Different names, same truth. If the roads stay blocked, the city collapses. Think of Lego bricks. Integration. It's snapping the scattered pieces together until they form a spaceship. Without that, just a pile of lonely blocks on the carpet waiting for someone to step on them barefoot. Painful, chaotic, useless. Think of music. Integration. So when the instruments actually play in harmony. Without it, you've got a toddler banging pots and pans, while the violinist is drunk in the corner and the drummer's asleep. Think of your body. Integration. So when the heart, lungs, muscles, nerves all cooperate. If the immune system attacks itself, that's autoimmune disease. If your nervous system refuses to balance, that's anxiety. Without integration, shit literally falls apart. Now, you already do this. When you forgive someone, you integrate their dark side with your picture of them. When you learn a new skill, your brain rewires. Neurons making friends with each other. When you cried so hard it felt like breaking, then suddenly felt lighter. Yeah, that was shadow work, integration. You integrate every time you stop fighting yourself. You integrate every time you let two opposite truths sit at the same table. You integrate every time you stop trying to amputate a part of yourself and instead give it a seat in the family council of your psyche. So why is this important? Because fragmentation is suffering. It's mental civil war. It's immune cells killing your own body. It's families torn apart by grudges. It's societies breaking because groups refuse to integrate perspectives. Integration is health. Not doing it, that's slow suicide. Ignoring your shadow, it fucks you from the back door. You project it onto others. Call them evil. While it's your own disowned self screaming for attention. Not balancing your life, you burn out, break down, blow up. Science says the brain literally becomes more flexible, resilient, creative when neural circuits integrate. People with well-integrated brains, they're statistically happier, healthier, more successful in relationships. Spirituality says when you integrate, you remember you're one with everything, not a fragmented exile. Karma says avoid your shadow, and life will keep slapping your ass with the same lessons until you finally learn. So why are you afraid? Because integration feels like death. Admitting your shadow means saying shit, I'm not as pure as I thought. Speaking truth risks rejection. Owning your chaos means people might see you as broken. But here's the paradox. The very thing you're afraid of, being rejected, is what happens if you stay fragmented. Because then you reject yourself. Let me give you a parable. A farmer had a field divided by a stone wall. On one side he planted wheat, on the other side corn. He hated the wall. But he was terrified to remove it. What if the crops tangled? But season after season, the wall cast shadows, stunted growth, wasted soil. One day, he smashed the wall. The roots intertwined. The soil enriched itself, and his harvest doubled. The moral: your walls protect nothing. Integration multiplies everything. Now extrapolate. What happens if you live fragmented for 10 years? Your body sickens, your mind dulls, your relationships hollow. You numb yourself with distractions because you can't stand the war inside. What happens if you live integrated for 10 years? Energy flows like a river. You adapt like a jazz musician riffing in harmony. People feel safe around you because you're safe within yourself. Your immune system chills the fuck out. Your nervous system stops treating life like a battlefield. But integration feels scary. What's scarier, feeling discomfort now, or being torn apart for decades? But it's hard. Hard compared to what? Hard compared to dragging your shadow around forever like a corpse. But what if people judge me? They already judge you. At least give them something true to judge. Start noticing where you already integrate without effort. Double those moments. Let your brain connect dots it once kept apart. Say yes to the parts that you've been saying fuck no to. Feel the relief of your inner city's roads opening. The patterns that keep you stuck, fighting reality, pretending you're only light, making enemies out of your own feelings, worshipping perfection. Believing your worth depends on never fucking up. Interrupt them by remembering life is integration. The river doesn't reject rocks. It flows around and through them. So let me hammer this in. Integration is not optional. It's law. Gravity doesn't give a shit if you believe in it. Neither does integration. If you don't do it consciously, life will do it for you through breakdowns, crisis, disease, heartbreak. Do it consciously and you evolve. Do it unconsciously, you get dragged. And one last parable. You're like a stained glass window. Every shard is part of you. Some are bright, some are dark, some cracked. Integration is letting the light pass through all of them, making the whole pattern shine. Hide the pieces and the windows stay dark. Embrace them. You become a cathedral. So the truth is simple. Science calls it integration. Spirit calls it oneness. You can call it finally pulling your shit together. Do it and you live. Avoid it and you fragment. And deep down, you already fucking know this.